Guys, what's going on? Johnny the Supplement Advisor. So here today with a very different review. This time it's on the blender. What? On the blender? Hell yeah. So guys, blenders are ultra useful if you get the right one. With obviously having a lifestyle that's a bit fast paced and wanting stuff done really quick, blenders can really help. Save time, save money, just increase your creative spark as well. So when the opportunity arose, I reached out to DNA and they sent me a delicious blender, and I was very excited to actually show you guys this one. So they do a lot of products for sure, but when it comes to the blender, there is I think 3 different types. You obviously get more of your portable one, smaller one, then you get like a touch sensitive one, and then you also got this one here that I got, the Ultimate Turbo Blender, 2200 watts of pure goodness. And let me guys show you the base, because I had to, obviously I can't really fit the whole thing in here, but let me show you guys the base. So here's the base right here, guys. As you can see, it is there's a lot of functions in here. What I like about this, there's so many reasons why I actually like this right here. Well, firstly, it's priced really good, and you can see the price on the website at DNA, and also they sell it on Takealot too. But what I like to point out about this is that there are so many functions right here, as you can see on the dial. So this is dial sensitive. You can just choose whatever dial you want. And another reason why I love this is just because you can use hot liquids, and you can use obviously cold liquids in here. So you don't only have to use cold items, which is great. You know, if you wanted to do a soup or something like that, and obviously your veggies or whatnot are like, you know, a bit hot, this will actually blend it up, which is great. Yeah, another great thing about this is that just because the blender is so strong and so powerful, you can obviously have your options like crushing ice, which is more or less a standard on like a more quality blender. But then you also can crush nuts, making nut butter. That is freaking intense, right? And then another thing about this is that you can obviously build the intensity up here on this dial here. So the more blending needed, the more the blades will actually output. So obviously, yeah, you got your smoothies with the ice, then your frozen desserts, and then lastly you got your hot soups. So that actually increases the speed, which is great. And then here's your pulse button, which I was unknowingly just using the whole time, but thanks Dean for correcting me. And then yes, to actually get this thing started up, you're going to just press this down once, and then it will automatically carry on until you press it again, and it will stop. So it is very easy to use, guys. And nice thing about it is that I've tried it with ice, I've tried it with frozen fruit, I've tried it with cakes, I've tried it with everything, and this stuff works to the absolute T, which I love. Another thing I love about this, which I will make mention, is that it has a 2-liter capacity, which is great. You know, you can do a lot in here. If you're making these protein fluffs like I normally do with a grape protein, for example, your MetaLab IsoBridge or MetaLab Bridge, and you just throw in some ice, it's very thick and voluminous. And the reason why we do that is obviously to get more volume in the diet without increasing calories per se. So it is really worth a treat, and obviously for breakfast and stuff, it's made life a lot easier. So there are so many pros to this, honestly speaking, and basically I can't really fault it at all. For the price that you're paying and for the quality that it is really strong. It has a big capacity. It can do various things like, you know, crush your nuts, ice. You can use hot items in there to make some hot soup. Like, there's just so many functions for this, and I absolutely love it. So when it comes to rating, guys, I ain't gonna lie, I mean, there's nothing really to fault at all. It is easy to use, as I said. So for me, I would have to give this like literally a 9.5 out of 10. There's actually very little I can like critique, to be honest with you. So that's basically the review. Really amazing, and I love it, and I just want to say a massive thank you to DNA once again. And if you guys are interested in this blender and other items that they do follow my link. And yeah, guys, it's a great investment. As I said, it's a great investment. It's not, just make sure it's an investment. You buy it, you actually use it, because I used to be one of the guys that will buy something like a blender and then it will just end up sitting there. But there's so much you can do with it. It increases your creative spark, which I absolutely love. And yeah, guys, definitely worthwhile for the purchase, and for what you're paying and for what it actually does. It's a freaking bargain. So big thank you once again to DNA. And yeah, do carry on checking out my reels and stories, etc., etc., to see what else I'll conjure up with this amazing blender.